The administration and Congress both released what they call mid-summer or mid-session budget reviews. Basically takes a whole new look at what's ahead in the federal budget, both in the short term and in the long term. The short-term numbers show that we're going to have a deficit at the end of this fiscal year, the one that ends in September 30th, of about $1.6 trillion. Now, that's a huge number. What's even bigger is what they project over 10 years. Over 10 years, they anticipate that the cumulative deficit will be $9 trillion. As a percentage of the whole economy, that's one of the biggest that we've seen since the 1950s. So these are numbers that the administration uses and Congress uses to help fashion their policies. But they have certain consequences also in terms of where the country is headed. The White House in May had projected a $7 trillion cumulative deficit, still pretty big, but now they've increased that number by $2 trillion. They say that that's the result of a deeper plunge in the economy than they initially had expected. And that certainly tracks with what some of the major forecasters, private forecasters, have seen. The economy has just performed more poorly, even though now it's beginning to climb out of the recession. The administration will say that what this illustrates is the need to bring healthcare costs under control. The healthcare costs are the biggest factor driving these increases in debt and in deficits. Critics of the administration will say that this is precisely not the time to be mounting a campaign for what's essentially a $1 trillion healthcare overhaul over 10 years when you're facing these enormous deficits.